do Jenga my pain. That's accurate. Hello. We are back with another baking video. We have 5 bananas and we are making banana bread because I said so. But something I usually don't put in these videos is
doing the dishes.
It's like my number one tip if you're baking. Do the dishes first, because once everything's done, all you have to do is put the dirty dishes in the dishwasher and then start it. So that's where we're starting today. Odd place to start, some would say, but you know, here we are. This is where we're starting. Some of the things in here go upstairs, so I'm just gonna set those off to the side. This is my favorite mug, by the way. I have a few Hello Kitty mugs, but the two of them are hand wash only because one has glitter and one has like that iridescent covering to it. But this one can actually go in the dishwasher because it's just like an etched in thing. I use this one a lot. And it's massive. I like a big mug. It used to be girthy. Why is all the dishes always so covered in water? I don't understand. I don't understand how this happens. Put this back in the Ninja. That's one of the reasons I like using our little tabletop Ninja that's right below you, is because we can just easily take all the trays and stuff out, put them in the dishwasher if any wheat gets on them. Like, we just tried a new bread, like just like a white bread, and it ended up not being safe for me, unfortunately. But my mom used the oven to toast it. Now, the entirety of the oven gets hot enough that it kills anything that's in it, so I can still use it, but just to be double safe, we like to put the trays through the dishwasher, which again gets hot enough to sanitize everything. So that's like one of the like big perks of having it, is now that it's getting warmer, I can still bake and not heat the entire house. But 2, we can put it through the dishwasher if anything wheat gets on it. We also got these little trays. They're at Home Goods right now. They come with a like a rack, a wire rack that goes inside of them. They're meant to be like crisping pans, but I just put chickpeas on it and roasted chickpeas. The wire rack's a little too big to put the chickpeas on, so I just did it in the pan by itself, and it fits in our little oven. So they're gonna close. No, it's not. It does, however, mean I have to Jenga all the pans in. All the panes in? I do Jenga my pain. That's accurate. Things are getting violent, apparently. You know, it's a weirdly accessible thing. All of our utensils are literally right here next to the dishwasher, outside of like our cooking spoons and stuff. So when I'm actually putting things away, I can just stay bent over and just put everything in the drawers and then just slowly get back up. I don't have to keep going up and down, so it doesn't trigger my pots. So one fun little accessible thing from our kitchen. Now we put the gloves on. I will still wash my hands afterward. No one panic. Don't have too many dirty dishes on the side here, which is good, because it means that there is plenty of room for all the dirty dishes we're about to create. Wash our hands, and we can get started. Now, this is where the disclaimer comes in. We're still doing recipes out of my America Test Kitchen gluten-free cookbook. Now, I think I said this in like one of the first videos that I ever made on this channel. There are certain recipes in this book that are just absurd, and I think I even used this as an example. It basically wants you to heat and make a banana syrup to put in your banana bread, yet you transfer banana juice to the saucepan and use that to make banana bread. It's like,
But how kind of banana bread are you making?
my banana bread is you use up all your bananas. So we're only like half following this recipe. I use it for its ratios mostly. I will make sure, like I do in all the videos, anytime I divert from the recipe, I will let you know. Yeah, not a lot's getting followed in here. Starting off, it calls for the 5 bananas. I'm using 3. I've done this before, and 3 was plenty. Not that I'd mind having more banana in my banana bread. Yeah, it even says like to do it with very ripe bananas, which are like the brown I'm pretty sure. Like, it's so weird. I did it once, the recipe it told me, and it was fine. But it wasn't like, oh, I see why putting this much effort into making it would cause a result that is different or better. It was just banana bread. I was about to say, I don't even remember if you even keep the bananas or you just make the banana syrup. But no, you do put the bananas in it. But yeah, it wasn't like remarkable. Making a banana syrup didn't like make it taste more like banana or something. It was just like an extra step that's not needed. But I am now just going in with a fork and mashing up my 3 bananas. So yeah, if you're following along, this is going to be a much more accessible version of gluten-free banana bread. And if this is going to go over anything like the muffins that I made, these will be gone by tomorrow. I have my banana mush. So like I do with every one of these recipes, I make it all in one bowl because dirtying 2 bowls is not something I feel like doing. Next is 8 tablespoons of unsalted butter. And I have something important to show. And that is, I got butter. The last recipe I made, the last 2 recipes, I had just enough butter to get by, and then I forgot to buy butter since then, and so when I made the muffins, there was no butter in it. I had to use oil, but we have butter. So, I'm gonna put it in my Wakanda Forever. What's this called? Measuring cup. We're gonna microwave it to melt it. Oh man, he's been getting more treats lately now that he's getting older. He stays in the house more, so we give him more treats. He is an outdoor cat, usually. I know you don't like this. I won't, before you scratch me. So he has been begging for treats, almost as bad as the dogs. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Miser Man. It's just a cat. I put hand sanitizer on. No one panic. But I feel like you're all panicking. What's next? Egg. We need egg after this. I got egg. Went to Costco. We got lots of eggs. And Finn usually gets banana. So he smells what I'm making and he's like, ooh, but it's not for you. I need all the banana I can get. You don't get banana either, cat. Despite the fact that my animals act like they've never been fed a day in their life, they do in fact eat. You eat plenty. You got a treat this morning already. Our butter is melted. Oh, well, there was a piece of it not melted, but oh well. It does say to melt and cool. I very rarely listen to that. Why are you pouncing on the cat for just staring at me? Okay, what? Barking is not necessary, young man. Oh, you sneeze. I've been sneezed at. The sass of this man. Have the last 2 eggs from this carton. That's how many I needed, right? Yes. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I might end up needing more flour than it says. Because I did more liquid and stuff. But, you know, I can do that. I have enough flour. Oh! He does that all the time. He just lays down directly behind you. And then you go to turn around thinking there's no cat behind you, and then you step on your cat. Does anybody else do that? Is it just my cat? I think 15 years old, he'd figure that out by now. What's next? 5 1/4 ounces of light brown sugar. Things are gonna get a little dicey then. Let me explain. So this is what I mean. So this is how much I have left of our original brown sugar. That's just the Walmart one. So we bought this one at Costco, which for anybody else would be fine, but I have never had the brown sugar from Costco, so I don't actually know if it's safe or not. There's a very real chance I can't eat this banana bread, but you know.
That's a risk that I take.
So what we're gonna do, I have one of these brown sugar bears, by the way, is we're gonna dump in what's left of this. Then we're gonna top it off with what's left of the Costco sugar. But I am gonna try a piece of sugar just like raw. Sorry, this is making like a horrific noise. Let me finish what I'm doing. So that was only 2 1/2 ounces. Let me double check. Yeah, it literally says ingredients, organic brown sugar. Theoretically, it should be fine. But I've had things that theoretically should be fine and they weren't. So, like, let me try and show. This, I literally have just this very tiny, tiny amount. We're just gonna try it. Clock says it's just turned 2:56. We're not going to make a final judgment for another 10 minutes. 3:06. We'll know if it's safe for me to eat this banana bread or not. But until then, I'm just going to scoop, throw it in.
5:35, close enough.
Set it back there for now. Stir in the brown sugar. Brown sugar on its own doesn't taste very good, in case you were wondering. Also kind of triggers my acid reflux, so just straight sugar. But it's the safest way to test it. Whenever you want to test an ingredient, you're supposed to test it completely on its own, not in something. Because baking it can actually change it enough that you may or may not react to it. So knowing if the ingredient's safe at all, you need to just eat it straight out of the bag, as disgusting as it is. Which, yes, means I've eaten some disgusting things in the sake of safety. Looks like lastly, we need a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm gonna keep looking over at the time because I'm just gonna want to know how long it's been. I'm just gonna do a capful. I think that's technically more than it says, but I don't really care. So it's a little more vanilla-y. I think that'll be fine. I got brown sugar all over me. This book has been put through it. I'm surprised it's still together. Okay, so that's all the wet ingredients. I'll show you. Looks like banana mush. Soupy banana mush with brown. That's what we want. Mine has chunks of banana still in it because that's how we like it. If you don't want that, then you can take the time to really mash it fine. But we like banana chunks, so I'm leaving it as is. So now we can start with the dry, and that starts with a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum. I don't know if I've said this, but I keep my xanthan gum in the freezer. That way it lasts a very long time. Like, I've had this one bag for a couple years now, and it still works. Remember, if you're doing it like me in one bowl, stir it in one ingredient at a time. It makes your life easier. Next is 1/2 a teaspoon of salt. God, this is confusing. One of the signs that I'm having a reaction is that my throat, like I feel it like my throat drying up. But that's also how I feel when my acid reflux is triggered. So I kind of have to wait it out and see if things start swelling. I mean, we're over halfway and I only feel like the fact that I ate raw sugar. So that's a good sign. Again, no final say so until we hit the 10 minutes. Next, a teaspoon of baking soda. Put this away while I'm over there. Ah! The cheese grater fell. Not on me, no one panic. I gotta get the cheese grater. I got it, nothing broke. Everything's fine. I brought my water down. I can just have some water. That'll help. I feel better. What am I doing? Soda. Teaspoon. You know, it was supposed to rain. It was supposed to snow today. In April. Which is mean. It did snow like a little bit. It spit snow. But now it's just raining. And I'm okay with rain. I like rain. Next is baking powder. And I need a whole tablespoon. Remember, powder for puffs, soda for spread. And this is gluten-free baking, so I need both of those things. But you typically, because this is banana bread, we need more puff than spread. So there is more powder than soda. Versus a cookie, it's like the opposite. You need more spread than puff. What did I just say? Just heard back what I said, and that was very strange. Now we're on to very last, flour. It says I need 9.5 ounces. I do have another thing of flour, no one worry. I'm just gonna use up what's left in here. Oh wow, that's like really close actually. 8.85. So I won't need much of the new one. By the way, I've been stirring all of this with the fork I mashed the bananas with. I didn't do that intentionally, but hey, less dishes. It's the name of the game. Sometimes, all the time. Just mixing in what's in here right now. That's pretty close. It is still a little soupier than I want. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the rest of the flour. I put it out back, not in the cupboard. Oh, I think it's been 10 minutes. It has. And I feel fine. So the sugar is safe. I can have banana bread. That's our win for today. Which is nice because I've tried two things. The bread and then something else before it. I don't remember what it is anymore, but neither of them were safe. Vast improvement. Now that I know it's safe, I'm gonna use the same spoon that I... Oh, that's already enough. Literally 1 spoonful of flour to technically get to where I need it to be. But like I was saying, the spoon, because it was safe, I'm just used the spoon to spoon in the rest of the flour. That's what I meant to say. This is the consistency I want. It smells so good. It's just like a little lighter in color. It's a little bit thicker. Now, we get to put in our add-ons, which I'm surprised this recipe doesn't have cinnamon in it. Did I just miss it? Flour, soda, powder, salt, gum, bananas, butter, egg, brown sugar, walnuts, chopped sugar. Yeah, there's no cinnamon in this recipe. That seems incorrect. I'm gonna add in, or go with a teaspoon to start. How is there no cinnamon in this? That's just That seems wrong. There's gonna be cinnamon in mine, that's for damn sure. This banana bread is technically just supposed to have walnuts in it. My sister hates walnut in baked goods. I don't know why. I'm guessing it's a texture thing, but me and my mom do. I'm pretty sure the walnuts we have, though, only she can eat. I don't think I can eat them. I think they're cross-contaminated. But you know what is it? Chocolate chips. So we're making chocolate chip banana bread. We'll start with that much. Usually when I do add-ins of like something else, I use the weighed measurement because most things in this cookbook are weighed because that's the easiest way to do gluten-free cooking, or baking, I should say. So I just kind of weigh it out. But this says just half a cup of walnuts. I got some left over. I don't complain, I just eat chocolate chips out of the bag. Now I'm pretty sure this is one of the few recipes in this book. Yeah, this is one of the few recipes in this book that you actually don't have to wait the 30 minutes for everything to absorb. You can just bake it once it's done. Time to get our pan. Oh, this is not the one that I wanted. Where's the one that I wanted? Hold on, I need a light. I can't see my pans. Okay, I can't find it. So we're just gonna do this one. Try not to have everything fall out at us. My god. I look directly at the light, I can't see. We're gonna use this tin. This muffin tin. They make very big muffins. As loaves, maybe this is me, but I find when I make things like this, we just prefer to eat them like as little handheld snacks. Whenever I bake things, sometimes I make them as loaves, but most of the time I make them like this because also when you go to like refrigerate and freeze things, because that's what you have to do with Finsparking, because you have to refrigerate and freeze things right away with any gluten-free baking, I find making them like these little individuals just makes it a lot easier to eat throughout the week, because instead of having to cut and then heat like an entire loaf every time, you just grab what you want and eat it. I need oil. Just gonna use this spray avocado oil. Oh, the pans. This sprayer's weird. And now we fill. Starting at about the halfway mark. It's about half up the little cup. Just trying to get everything with batter in it to start. Then we'll even everything out. That's how I do most things when I'm baking, is I start with just making sure there's some batter and everything, like roughly the same amount, and then I go in and look and be like, okay, this one could use a little more. And then when I'm done, I do one final look, make sure everything's as even as I can get it. There's one that has like a lot still, then I'll take some out of the cup itself. Should probably switch to the spoon. Trying to scoop things with a fork is not efficient. There we go. Get every last drop of the batter. That's what I can do. Let me wash the batter off of my hands. Clean up the edges. I got batter everywhere. That way things don't burn on me. Here they are. A weird tip is bang it a little bit on a counter to help get out any air bubbles so things kind of settle a little bit easier. We gotta take this tray out, give them room. It looks like what the hell? Can you see that? That's all the oil I sprayed. I didn't realize it went literally everywhere until right now. Okay, I have to clean that up. Okay. Well, we're baking at 350 for 55 minutes. Alright, well I have a bunch of oil to clean up now, so I'll see you when the muffins are done. Or the banana bread, whatever they are now. Alright, here they are. They turned out quite dark. They actually ended up taking 10 minutes less, so they only took 45 minutes. Hey, it's me, Editing Izzy. So I didn't realize this until literally the next day when we had already eaten all of the banana bread muffins. But I air fried these, not bake, air fry. So on our little Ninja tabletop oven, it has a bunch of different settings, and I either defaulted to air fry because that's what I've been doing, or I know they're really close, so I thought I hit bake, but I actually hit air fry. So that is why they are both far too dark and took 10 minutes less. So when you make these at home, if you make these at home, it will take about the 55 minutes, and they will turn out a much more lighter golden brown. But also you can air fry them. It just takes 10 minutes less. This was a fun discovery. And honestly, I probably could have taken them out closer to like 30, 35 because these are dark. But I also wanted to show off these plates. They're just like little small plastic plates that have like a wavy edge, and like 3D strawberry vines surrounding it, and they are just adorable. There are new clay plates, dessert plates. Cheers. Let's have a bite. I was worried with them being a little overcooked, they'd be a little dry, but they're not. They're still nice and moist. You're welcome to anybody who hates that word. So that's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. As always, if you made these muffins along with me, I hope you liked them as much as I did. Hope yours turned out just as well. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. On screen now are my social media handles if you'd like to see more day-to-day things that I get up to. And with that, I will see you next week for a brand new video. Bye.